What's going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Make sure you like this video and share it because we're going to talk about NBA player Ben Simmons and how reportedly he may be going broke for his horrible spending habits. And it is not helping that he has decided to sit out this season due to his trade demands. And I think that this is rooted in him not wanting to be the face of the franchise anymore. I think it's rooted in him not wanting to be the face of criticism for the Philadelphia 76ers. And also, he may not be getting along with his teammates because there are teammates that have called him out. Well, Joel has. And there have been even Philadelphia Eagle players that have voiced their opinions on Ben Simmons. He has become very polarizing in the Philadelphia area. Now, I believe that Ben Simmons and his love of materialism is rooted in him dating Kendall Jenner. I don't care what anybody says. I think a lot of this started when he was dating Kendall Jenner. If you look at it, he has had this sort of back and forth relationship with her when she basically broke up with him. She'd break up with him every other day. She cheated on him. I don't think he's ever gotten over that, but I also don't think he's ever gotten over the expensive lifestyle that she showcased. But the difference is that her type of money, his type of money are kind of different. Okay, even though he makes a lot of money, it's still different. And I also think that Ben Simmons is not a very happy person. I think that he is miserable. His representative talked about how, he's dealing with mental health issues. But let's get into this article. I have two different articles here. I have this and I have clutch points. But let's look at this one. It says Ben Simmons reportedly going broke due to extensive fines and outrageous spending habits. The 25-year-old buys a new car every month and has purchased two houses worth $17.5 million in Philadelphia. Why do you need two homes if you are childless and you're not married? According to various reports, Ben Simmons may have to return to the Sixers camp due to cash flow problems. The former Rookie of the Year has been on a spending spree recently. Despite not playing a single game this season, Ben Simmons continues to dominate the headlines. His ongoing saga with the 76ers organization has kept him in the news. Sources have confirmed that the three-time All-Star might go broke in no time. Man, I've told y'all about these athletes, man. These athletes are, you got two choices. You could be smart with your money. You could be dumb with your money. Now, he did sign a $177 million contract a few years back, but he's also spending that money. People think because it's 2021, these guys are not out here spending money like it's water. Now, like it's water from a faucet. They are spending money. They spend a lot of it. There are those guys that are being smart with their money. Ben Simmons has been very dumb with his money. And he's missing a lot of money, but he has spent so much to the point to where he may have to come back. And if he does come back, it'll be because of his money issues. And you would think a guy who is making the money he's making wouldn't have those issues, but you would be wrong. Simmons had signed a 5-year, $177 million contract with the Sixers during the 2019-2020 season. The 25-year-old has already made approximately $90 million from the contract. However, being absent for games this season has cost him a fortune. The Philly point guard could lose over $20 million this season if he continues to remain absent. Simmons might have no option but to return to the team to maintain his expensive lifestyle. It shouldn't even be like that. You should be focusing on basketball and using your money to make more money, investing. These guys don't know about that. Because Ben Simmons, I've said this, I think that Ben Simmons is a very unhappy person. I really do. I think Ben Simmons is very unhappy, and money was used to self-medicate. He self-medicated with money by spending money, by dating various women. It has not helped him. It really hasn't. Amid the ongoing controversy, Simmons has purchased a couple of mansions, not one, but a couple of mansions in Philadelphia. The Philly point guard buys a new car every month. Ben Simmons is having cash flow issues. The Simmons-Sixers relationship took a downward fall during the 2021 playoffs and has been irreparable ever since then. Despite repeated attempts by Doc Rivers and company, the point guard has refused to engage in any talks with the Philly team. The situation has been worsening with the passing of each day. Simmons has lost millions of dollars for missing games, but refuses to have any contact with the organization. However, if reports hold true, Simmons might not have the luxury of missing games anymore, as you can see from this tweet here from Basketball Forever. That's according to Howard Eskin. Now, Howard is known to be a very reputable guy, a very respected guy. Ben Simmons reportedly going broke due to extensive fines, withheld payments, and outrageous spending habits, which include buying a new car every month. He may be forced to return to the 76 to avoid running out of money. That would be sad. According to 94 WIP's Howard Eskin, I was told by somebody very reliable he may be tapped out broke, Eskin said on Tuesday's 94 WIP evening show. With Joe, a cash flow broke because he's losing so much money, but he spent so much money, $17.5 million home. Remember, he has to pay taxes to $17.5 million home. He got 2 homes in Philadelphia. Now, this is a lot of pocket watching. His 2 homes in Philadelphia area, probably worth $8 or $9 million. He buys a new car every month, 4 or 500,000, I guess, a piece. He just spends money like it's nothing because he thinks it never ends. And the person that I guess told him it's very reliable that he has got serious cash flow issues. I wonder who's giving Howard this info, man. Who's giving Howard this info? Who's telling Howard this? Simmons had reportedly told the 76 organization that he was dealing with mental health issues and could not return to the team. Recently fined for missing 6 road games. Remember this trip, he doesn't get paid for any games, so that's well over $2 million. Howard continued. He may have to come back. I don't want him to come back. Stay broke. I thought he was going to be out the whole year. Now he may have to come back just to get some money. Well, let me say this about Ben Simmons. I told y'all Ben Simmons isn't happy, man. Ben Simmons is going through a lot, man. You know, Ben Simmons' sister came out and made some comments about what happened to her and things that were done to her by their shared brother. I believe he's older than both of them. And I think Ben Simmons dealing with that because he's close with his brother. And his sister making those claims may have gotten to him. I'm not saying that it could play a huge role. It could play a portion. You got to understand, when you have a guy whose main focus has been basketball, he gets to the NBA. You know, his father played basketball. And he wants to focus on that, but he's focused on relationships. He's focused on his sister, who has been known to be very opinionated, making claims against his brother, doing things to her when she was younger. Him not being happy, it seems like. Him self-medicating with money. It's a recipe for disaster. And you would hope he would be able to get himself going in the right direction. And maybe getting out of Philly would help, you would think, because he's unhappy there. You know, but the thing about Philly is that, are you unhappy being in Philadelphia itself, or are you unhappy playing for the Philadelphia 76? Because he's bought 2 mansions. So he likes the city, but he just doesn't like playing for the 76ers. I just think overall he's an unhappy person. And he may be dealing with mental health issues, which I don't think it should be taken lightly. But that's why I think he may need to seek help. And he needs to use the opportunity that he's not on the court for getting that help. Maybe he is. I don't know. Unfortunately, the trouble didn't stop for the Sixers, as Joel Embiid would miss the next 8 games due to CV-19. Thus, with both Simmons and Joel out, the team would crumble. Yeah, you would hope that he's able to get things together. I have no doubt that he wants to play basketball. I have no doubt that Ben Simmons wants to be a contributor to his team, but it just seems to me that the team is being kind of unreasonable. If you think about it, if you really think about it, okay, You have an unhappy guy on your roster. You have an unhappy guy in your locker room, but you refuse to trade him. You refuse to trade him. You refuse to trade a guy that doesn't want to be there. And you wonder why it hurts your team. It hurts your team because it affects the morale. He's not listening to the coaches. The other players see this. And it's going to cause a huge distraction. Why would you want a distraction like Ben Simmons in your locker room? Yeah, he likes living in Philadelphia, but he doesn't like playing for Doc Rivers and the Philadelphia 76ers. He doesn't want to be there. You know what's funny? The guy that owns the 76ers, Michael Rubin, right? He's cool with Meek Mill. And Meek Mill does a lot of social justice and he's supported, by Michael Rubin. But Michael Rubin is okay with holding this guy on his team and not really trying to get this guy out of there. Right? You're holding this guy basically on your team and you're refusing to let him go. But you would think that this guy would see that this is a guy that's unhappy. Let me get him out of here because I don't want this disgruntled guy on the team. I'm a guy that seems to be reasonable. I'm a guy that seems to, I'm gonna say really, but understands what's going on in society and the media. Why don't I take this opportunity to say, you know what, this is a young man that has a lot of issues. Let me go ahead and try to mediate the situation so that my team can move on and Ben Simmons can move on. But they're not doing that. They're not doing that because he's property to them. He's property. And Ben Simmons knows this and he's tired of this. But most of these guys gotta understand when you sign that contract, you are their property to them. And they're in that team's mind, you are. But what the 76ers gotta understand is it's not gonna get any better. It's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse because you have a guy that doesn't want to be there on your roster instead of doing whatever you can to get him out of there, which is what they should be doing. He was never the same after this Kendall Jenner relationship fizzled for good. And I believe he's been unhappy ever since. He's been unhappy ever since. But free Ben Simmons. Hopefully Ben Simmons take care of his money, man, because it's hard out there, man. And you're sitting out, you're missing checks. You're spending money to self-medicate. There needs to be some financial, I think there needs to be some financial literacy with these young men. In 2021, these guys should not be going broke, but they're going broke. They're going broke because a lot of them don't understand money management. They don't understand that money is not always going to be coming in. Buying multiple mansions and multiple cars is not going to help you heal. And it seems to me that Ben Simmons needs to be healed. He needs to get his mental health in order, and he needs to understand that you need to get yourself together. Money is not going to help you. It's not going to bring you the happiness that you want. But it's sad that this guy is losing money like this. But he needs to get himself together. He really does. So let me know in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you like this video and share. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.